Zhang Yi said. Instead of worrying about the future, you might as well have a good rest first, as you still have a meeting tomorrow. Liang Yue blushed with a red face. She said, "Take a break." "What are you saying?" Zhang Yi explained. "It's too late now. The apartment managers should all be asleep. It's so cold outside. It's not appropriate for either of us to sleep outside. Anyway, this bed is so big, we can sleep together." Liang Yue certainly didn't dare to squeeze into the same bed with Zhang Yi. At their age, it's normal for them to accidentally fire a gun. Zhang Yi was fine. She didn't lack it on weekdays. But Liang Yue herself... Cough, cough. Let's not talk about it. Zhang Yi grabbed her arm, pushed her on bed. She laid down on the bed, and Zhang Yi was above her. Her face was all red, and she thought this is what Zhang Yi wants. So she didn't resist at all. But the next moment Zhang Yi put the blanket on her, walked towards the sofa. There was no way Zhang Yi had to let her sleep on the bed, and he rested on the sofa in the living room. With his own people, he was still quite gentlemanly. Liang Yue asked, "Do you sleep on the sofa?" Zhang Yi said, "It's getting late. Go to bed." Liang Yue still blushed and thinking about Zhang Yi, but Zhang Yi said, "Go to speed quickly, and don't think about anything else." Liang Yue closed her eyes and slept a little. Zhang Yi got up early the next morning. He didn't rest very well that night. At least he couldn't sleep until he woke up naturally, like at home. When he thought of the troubles he was about to face, he also had hidden worries in his heart. Everything is unknown, and the unknown is the most terrifying. After washing up in the morning, he sat in the living room and turned on the TV. In the Jiangnan district, they also have their own TV channels. After all, the city is still operating normally. And TV entertainment programs are the cheapest way for residents of Blizzard City to entertain themselves. But basically don't think about new programs. They only watch old movies and TV shows. But every day, there is a news broadcast on Jiangnan TV. Zhang Yi turned on the TV and watched the morning news. On April 26th, the Ronin organization Neon, which crossed the sea from Neon, has been fully monitored by the region. Soon, Liang Yue also got up with the Voice TV. When she thought about being in the same room with Zhang Yi last night, she bit her lip and felt a little complicated. I didn't expect Zhang Yi to be so honest at night. Could it be that she lacks charm? Although she is a little worse than Zhou Ke and Yang Mi in terms of appearance, she is better in other aspects. For example, martial arts. Liang Yue was shocked by the thoughts in her mind and shook her head vigorously to get rid of this idea. In fact, it was not her fault. The huge pressure caused by the external environment, coupled with her age at this time, inevitably made her have thoughts about the few and excellent men around her. Zhang Yi saw her and greeted her. "Wake up!" "Wait a minute. Do you want to eat something?" Zhang Yi was referring to the food stored in his space. As for the meals provided by the apartment, it will take until 7 o'clock for someone to deliver them. And those things, Zhang Yi never eats. There is no way the supplies in Blizzard City are also limited, and it is impossible to provide them with too rich a meal. Liang Yue shook her head. "I'm not hungry yet." She came over and sat a little further away from Zhang Yi. Zhang Yi didn't notice anything unusual and continued to sit on the sofa watching TV boredly. However, his heart was not as calm as it seemed at the moment. He was nervous and looking forward to the next meeting. At 8:30 in the morning, he received a call from Baili Changqing, informing him to go to the combat center at 9 o'clock. Zhang Yi didn't say anything and took Liang Yue there. When he walked out of the apartment building, he happened to see two people in front of him cuddling intimately. Zhang Yi looked around. It was so quiet that he could hear a pin drop. There was no one else except them. Therefore, he concluded that the two people in front must be mutants from the outer city. Zhang Yi did not say hello, but just pulled Liang Yue and kept a distance from them. If you don't know the other person's ability, it's best not to get close to them easily, otherwise you will be easily tricked. Liang Yue also looked at the two people in front of her curiously. They seemed to be a young couple. The man looked only 24 or 25 years old, not tall, and wearing a green down jacket. The girl next to him was a head taller than him, and he couldn't see her face clearly, but he could hear her laughing heartily. The most interesting thing was that the relationship between the couple was quite interesting. On the contrary, the girl looked neat and generous and walked with great vigor. The girl Xia Lingling asked Zhang Yi, "You two are from Tianhai City, right?" "I seem to have seen them before," Zhang Yi thought secretly in his heart. "It seems that they are strange people from Seeing City." Zhang Yi didn't know anything else. At the first gathering, everyone just got familiar with each other's faces and knew almost nothing about each other. The impression left by the two people in front of him was even shallower. No matter who saw them, they would think that they were a normal couple, and it was difficult for them to make people wary. However, being able to appear in this place at this time has already shown that their strength is definitely extraordinary. Sure enough, you can't judge a person by his appearance. Zhang Yi couldn't help but sigh. Zhang Yi and the couple took the elevator to the 16th floor. After the elevator door closed, the five people were very close to each other in the narrow space. This also gave Zhang Yi the opportunity to see the couple's appearance clearly. The man had a standard boy-girl look, with a baby face and fair skin like a girl. Coupled with his small stature and round-framed glasses, it was difficult to tell the difference between a man and a woman at first glance. From the moment they met, his eyes had been secretly looking at Zhang Yi. The flowers on his shoulders and his eyes were shining with a cute light. It can be seen that he is a cat lover. As for the girl, it was the opposite. Her body and temperament were somewhat strong. When Zhang Yi secretly watched them, the two were also looking at him and Liang Yue. Soon, the girl smiled disapprovingly. "Last time when you came to Blizzard City, you were very famous. But you didn't have a good reputation at the time. But this time, it's really surprising that you can come here." She looked Zhang Yi up and down with surprise in her eyes. Previously, because Chen Jingguan was beaten by Sun Jianming, people in other cities thought that Tianhai City was weak. But today, Zhang Yi and his partner appeared here, obviously also invited by the headquarters. This proved the strength of Zhang Yi and his partner, which inevitably surprised the woman. It's not too surprising. Zhang Yi didn't explain too much. The destruction of the mutant alliance in Days City has not spread yet due to the lack of information, so it's normal for the couple not to know. "I remember you are from Seeing City, right? Haven't you asked me yet?" Out of sincerity, Zhang Yi introduced himself. "Oh, by the way, my name is Zhang Yi, and she is Liang Yue." Zhang Yi did not call Liang Yue by names like subordinate or subordinate. After hearing Zhang Yi's self-introduction, the girl also crossed her arms and said cautiously, "My name is Xia Lingling. The person next to me is my husband, Yuan Hao." Xia Lingling looked indifferent, and she held her head high and walked towards the meeting room with him in her arms. "Looking forward to your performance. Hope nothing goes wrong too early." Zhang Yi sighed and shook his head. "Meow." Flower squatted on Zhang Yi's shoulder and suddenly called out. Zhang Yi turned his head and saw Flower staring at their backs with a sharp gaze. It seemed that she had discovered something unusual. It was a pity that Zhang Yi could not understand cat language and could not communicate with it. He became more alert and walked towards the conference room with Liang Yue. After entering the door of the conference room, Zhang Yi found that there were already many people waiting inside. Including them, there were about 10 people. This small conference room was arranged in a circular shape, and almost everyone kept a certain distance from each other.